felt about it is Houston made me feel like the luxury was more attainable. Luxury was closer than New York made me feel. Hey baby loves, welcome back to the fiesta. If you're new here, my name is Keishana Dupuy, and if you're not, you're loyal. Don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in seeing weekly hair or skin product reviews, tips, tricks, and advice. We're back. I actually got a few requests to switch things up on this channel. People want to hear a little more about me, apparently. I was shocked too, but they want to hear a little bit more. So we're absolutely going to keep this focus on natural hair and skin. However, we're going to bring back Sese Sundays. And this is really for my OGs, my original key members. I don't know why I said key members, but it sounds cute. The idea of Sese Sundays came from literally my life. On Sundays, my mama was always on the phone and we would call gossip Sese. So we're not necessarily gonna be talking about tea or gossip or anything like that, but now that people are requesting to know more about my life, I think it's the perfect time to bring it back in a slightly different way. I'm gonna probably be doing my hair, getting ready to go somewhere. Maybe it'll still be a product review, but basically one time a month we're gonna have Sese Sunday where we talk about a topic. And please, like, if there's anything you want to talk about, because I got a lot of opinions and a lot to say. People have given me some topics already. I put a question on Instagram, by the way, if you're confused. I asked, like, what's a video I should do? And people just wanted to know more about what I got going on. Today's topic is honestly a huge one for me. It's really, really, really important to me, so I'm excited to do it. We are talking about my move from New York to Texas. Big deal for me. People have been curious, so I'm just gonna throw it all into a video. But if there's more questions or reactions or anything more that you want to talk about, just drop it down into the comments and I'll get to them. First question that a few people had, just by the way, shout out to Alexa, because Alexa actually took her time out to not just suggest like doing more about me, but to actually break down what she wants to know about my move from Texas, which is really lovely. So I'm excited to do this for you, girl. The first question, why did I move from New York to Texas? So to be clear, I am from New York, born and raised. I didn't think I was going anywhere. This was a surprise for me just as much as it was a surprise for others. But there's really two big reasons why. The first reason is I do live with my boyfriend, my honey bun. And he let me know from the time we started dating that he did not want to stay in New York. He let me know that he is familiar with Texas and wanted to go back to Texas. But me thinking I was cute, I was like, okay, cool, whatever, sounds great. Because, you know, you're dating, you're like, whatever. Do you. That became my love, like that as my man. So when he brought it back up for a while, I was like, no, I don't know. But COVID happened, and COVID threw me some curveballs, and I was just able to acknowledge how expensive New York is. If you haven't been to New York, if you're from New York, you know it's the truth. Like, even the stories that's going around right now about how expensive rent is insane. I was paying rent. I didn't live with my parents. So when he had brought it up, I was currently living with roommates, and I knew I had to figure out what my next step was. And with COVID, again, he was like, I am ready to go. So luckily we had the opportunity. A friend wanted to celebrate his birthday in Texas, Houston specifically. That's where I live right now. He wanted to celebrate his birthday out here. After that, I was like, oh, Houston kind of lit. I like this. Came to visit again, and I was like, all right, the goal for this one will be fun mixed with like, what would living here be like? We did that, loved it. We visited one more time, and it was like, what do they have to offer in terms of apartments? To be honest, I was already sold after the second one, but the third one was like, really just locked it in there. It was actually a big deal that I left, because not only am I the baby of my family, but just feeling like I have a lifelong partner and growing and just wanting to really take the opportunity for what it was. I jumped in and I said, let's do it. Let's go for it. So the main two reasons, to wrap it up right there, my whys is New York is too dang expensive, just too expensive. And number two, I could just really see the value in what my boyfriend was saying. He presented it really well. We had a great time every time we came to visit. Yes, I miss my family, but also my whole thing was I allowed myself to understand that I'm gonna move out here. I'm young and I'm fun, and if there's a time to do it, my parents were so worried, but this is all I kept saying. There was a time to do it, it's now. I don't have kids, we're not married. I'm just growing and glowing and trying to figure out life. So before solidifying anything and feeling like stuck in New York, I wanted to give Texas a try. By the way, the deciding factor, the one that really locked it in though, was affordable luxury. The way I thought about it is Houston made me feel like the luxury was more attainable. Luxury was closer than New York made me feel. So that was my deciding factor. How was that transition the first 3 months? Honestly, I had a flawless, fabulous transition. My family kept asking me, like, you don't miss us? Like, you good? Like, what's going on? I live my best goddamn life, okay? Houston is so much fun. It is, the weather makes it so that you just feel so happy and good. My health, my sister pointed it out to me one day. I didn't even realize. Towards the end of my first 3 months out here, my sister was like, I haven't heard you say anything about your health. And I was like, oh my God, you're so right. So just feeling so light and fresh and fun out here. I had such an easy transition. Honestly, we were both just feeling so much lightness and peace and happiness from being out here, and it showed in many ways in our life, continues to show in many ways in our life. I love it. Love him, and I really gotta thank him. Let me do it publicly. I thank you, babe, for encouraging me and pushing me to think out the box and move with you. And not just move with you, but like to get away from my comfort zone, which was New York and my family, and come out here and just give it a try. And I'm so thankful for you and to be doing it with you. That's all you gotta get though. That's it. Blah, blah, blah. Pretend I didn't say that. Is there anything that I would do differently? Yes. The movers that we used, they didn't deliver the stuff for 3 months. Thank God nothing was broken, stolen, anything like that. They just did not deliver for 3 months and didn't communicate that timeline to us correctly. It was a mess. See, because we only had like a 1 bedroom and a half, because I got rid of a lot of my stuff. 1 bedroom and a half of stuff. Absolutely considering moving it down ourselves. Like, there was a few options. The pods, if you know about the U-Haul pods, maybe just going a bit harder, searching a bit more, really delving into the comments, making sure that the reviews are real, just so many things. It was hard on us. That's probably my biggest thing. Like, if you're doing, not even just to Houston, but if you're doing a move, sell as much as you can and are willing to part with. Because if you can move yourself down, do it. We personally did the drive. We wanted to drive his car instead of shipping his car. And we did a 26-hour drive together. It was beautiful for us. We had a great time. But yeah, I would definitely say think long and hard about your moving options. The biggest con about Houston for me would have to be just the scary parts of Texas, right? The things that we all hear. As an Afro-Latina, as a person of color, it can get tricky. In Houston, I feel great. I feel fabulous. It's lit. It's fun. Woo woo. I feel comfortable. Now, traveling through Texas, babe, I get nervous. I get nervous to this day, and I've been here for a few months now. I get nervous because it's Texas. All the scary things you hear about Texas are true. It's a real thing that happens. So just making sure you know where you're traveling to, who you're traveling with. We went to a festival the other day, and there was Confederate flags everywhere. So just acknowledging that it's a part of Texas culture. This state has a culture. So guns are a part of the culture. That's not a con to me, but it's something to consider. Again, as a person of color, rednecks is real. Confederate flags is gonna be everywhere. You just gotta know where you at and make sure you good. Not a huge worry at all for me in Houston. I be living my best life, but it is something to consider about Texas. It's a con too much. But look at this side. This side compared to this side. This side a little more frizzy, but this side is giving, honey. And I just want to be clear. All I put in my hair after all these days, I think this is day 3 or 4 here. All I put in my hair was some oil to take down these twists. And my hair is thriving. I absolutely love it. Pros. I'm so excited to say my pros. We're going to quickly wrap up here. My pro is that luxury is affordable. And you can make Houston living, especially coming from New York, you'll understand this, as expensive or as cheap as you want to make it without feeling like you're giving up your safety. New York, if you want to save some money, you might have to go a little risque, okay? And it's going to feel risque. Here, what will be more affordable still feels so good. That is my biggest pro. Quick sneak peek. That's all y'all get. That's all y'all get. But I don't know what it is about out here. I've just been feeling so good. And I think it really has to do with coming from the fast-paced, packed lifestyle that New York is. This is slower, kinder, lighter. It feels amazing. I highly recommend it. I don't want y'all all come in and pack it up. To be honest, I'm trying to gatekeep. I would personally love to keep using it to myself and y'all could just scoot, but I can't lie, be honest and say it feels amazing. I absolutely love it. I do recommend it. At least come try it. It was a great decision. I did talk for a while. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I answered some questions. I hope I didn't just ramble on too much. But if you have any questions at all or have other topics of things you want me to talk about, then just let me know. Comment them below. And if your idea is selected, you will get a shout out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon. Ciao.